Hello and welcome to the important Shark and Ray area tutorial on how to submit a preliminary area of interest form. As you're aware, the goal of the ISRA project is to delineate critical habitats for sharks. The final step of the process is to populate the ISRA e-Atlas, which is a web-based map. All areas delineated and mapped are also complemented with fact sheets that provide all relevant information on why an area meets the ISRA criteria. All the areas displayed in the ISRA e-Atlas began their journey as a preliminary area of interest. This is why it is critical to ensure these forms are completed and provide all the information needed. To assist you in the first step of the process, in this tutorial we will talk about what a preliminary area of interest is and how it is identified, the preliminary area of interest submission form and who can submit it, and view the required content in the preliminary area of interest submission form, section by section. A preliminary area of interest is an area proposed for consideration at a regional workshop. During a gathering of regional experts, it will have the potential to become a candidate ISRA if there is sufficient evidence to support the application of the ISRA criteria. Following the workshop, the ISRA Independent Review Panel will assess the scientific basis and the application of the ISRA criteria to determine if a candidate ISRA can become an ISRA. To nominate a preliminary area of interest, the first step is to identify the regular and predictable presence of sharks in the area. The second step is to describe the use of the habitat within this area by sharks. The third step is to assess if any of these uses satisfy one or more of the ISRA criteria. If that is the case, these species can be designated as qualifying species and the area can be proposed as a preliminary area of interest. Species that share the area with the qualifying species but that do not qualify for any ISRA criteria are considered as supporting species. Your main job will be to collate and present all evidence supporting the application of the ISRA criteria. The more robust the scientific evidence is, the more likely it is that the preliminary area of interest will eventually become an ISRA. The fourth and last step will be to delineate the horizontal and vertical boundaries of the area. A preliminary area of interest submission form gathers all the information necessary to support a nomination for the area to the ISRA regional workshop. Anyone may present preliminary areas of interest submission forms ahead of a regional workshop. Workshop participants will be provided with a template form within the Inventory of Knowledge package. However, the broader community can still contribute to the ISRA process by requesting a template form by email to submissions@sharkrayareas.org. A preliminary area of interest submission form consists of 7 sections. 1. Broad summary of the area being proposed. 2. Details of the proposed area. 3. Information on species that occur within the area. 4. Details on ISRA criteria application. 5. A map highlighting the area boundaries. 6. References. 7. Supporting information. We will go section by section to give an overview of the requirements to complete the form. The form is self-explanatory, indicating the information required in each section. You can find examples on possible answers to each section in the ISRA Style Guide available on the ISRA website resources page. This first section of the form provides a broad summary of the area being proposed. Section 1.1 requests the details of the authors involved in the preparation of the submission, names, affiliations, and email. It is recommended to present submissions from consortia to strengthen the submission through varied knowledge and experience. In section 1.2, you will need to provide the name of your preliminary area of interest. Think about a name that is short but descriptive and geographically identifiable. Avoid generalized and easily confused names. In section 1.3, you will need to provide a summary of the area proposed. This is a maximum 200-word abstract style text. For consistency across all ISRAs, the text must follow the sentence structure indicated in the ISRA style guide. The summary provides the name and geographical location of the area, any overlap between the area with other significant sites, an overview of key habitat features, and a summary of the ISRA criteria met with examples of qualifying species. Section 2 provides a description of the area being proposed. Section 2.1 asks for the large marine ecosystems that the preliminary area of interest falls in. A map of the regional LMEs is provided alongside this question for easy reference. Alternatively, since LMEs have not been delineated from all global waters, note if the preliminary area of interest falls outside LMEs. Section 2.2 asks for geopolitical information. Provide the name of the jurisdictions that the preliminary area of interest falls in, for example, country, state, province, department. If the area spans multiple jurisdictions, for example, a migratory corridor, list all jurisdictions. If the area is beyond national boundaries, indicate that the area is in areas beyond national jurisdiction, or ABNJ. For section 2.3, provide a description of the location, geography, oceanography, biological processes, and habitat features of the area. Make sure to keep to the word limit of 400 words for this question. In section 2.4, bathymetry, specify the vertical limits of the preliminary area of interest. You can take as reference the maximum depth in the area or the vertical range of the qualifying species. Is your preliminary area of interest benthic or pelagic? This data is available in the ISRA Inventory of Knowledge Regional Geographical Ranges. In section 2.5, Area-Based Management, specify the full name of any area-based delineations that overlap with that area. Section 3, the species. This section includes two tables. The first one is the qualifying species table. This is where you need to list all the species that have a regular and predictable presence in the area and that satisfy one or more ISRA criteria. Include in this table the scientific and common name, IUCN Red List of threatened species categories, and a global depth range. Specify here with an X in the ISRA criteria that each of the qualifying species satisfy. The qualifying species will need to be supported by evidence from the scientific or grey literature, local ecological knowledge, or fisheries data. Keep in mind that any use of fishery-dependent data from landing site or the fish market surveys must carefully validate and document the capture of the qualifying and supporting species in the area, as fisheries may be operating outside the area but landing catch inside the area. The second table lists name and conservation status of the supporting species. This is where you need to list the species which have been documented in the area but for which there is insufficient ecological data to satisfy ISRA criteria. Refer to ISRA Regional Geographical Ranges for the accepted scientific and common names, depth ranges, and IUCN conservation status. Species that occurred historically but that no longer occur, or vagrants that do not normally occur in a habitat within the area, are not considered as qualifying or supporting species. Section 4, the ISRA criteria. In this section 4, you will need to provide justifications on how the ISRA criteria, subcriteria, are met for each qualifying species. The information here should align with the cells marked with an X in section 3.1. For an in-depth explanation of the ISRA criteria, refer to the ISRA Guidance on Criteria Application document or the chapter, The ISRA Criteria, of ISRA Training Tutorial Series. A wide variety of data can be used as supporting evidence for the application of the ISRA criteria. You can consult in the ISRA Guidance on Criteria Application and the ISRA Style Guide the data sources that can potentially be used to support each criteria and how to present this evidence in the preliminary area of interest submission form. It is very important to provide citations for all the information used in this section and include in Section 6 a references list. Section 5, Area Polygon. This section should include all details related to the horizontal boundaries of the preliminary area of interest. You should draw a polygon delineating the horizontal borders of the preliminary area of interest. Any tool can be used to create this visual representation. Video tutorials are available on the ISRA website on creating polygons in Google Earth and QGIS. You should paste an image of the map in this section. The polygon file needs to be sent to the ISRA team along with the submission form at submissions@sharkrayareas.org. Keep in mind that the map provided at this stage does not necessarily reflect the final spatial boundaries. Buffer zones will be added and this information reviewed during the workshop. Boundary delineation. Different types of information can be used to delineate the boundaries of the preliminary area of interest, including depth contours, continental shelf limits, canyons, seamounts, coastal features, or existing polygons for area-based management delineations. Any feature used to define the boundaries has to be described in this section with enough detail so the ISRA GIS technicians can replicate the boundary. Section 6, References. Include here the reference for all materials cited in the submission form following the instructions in the ISRA Citation Style Guide. This can include a list of primary literature, reports, books, book chapters, theses, and databases. Section 7, Supporting Information. Any additional supporting information can be added here. It can include information taken from the literature or unpublished sources, including any relevant figures, distribution maps, sighting locations, data tables, graphs, or images. Complete your submission by sending your complete preliminary area of interest submission form, together with your area polygon, as a shape or KLM file format by email to submissions@sharkrayareas.org before the deadline. If you reference literature not available online, attach a copy of these documents to the submission email. Thank you for watching this tutorial.